This brief intro to Web of Science was created specifically with med students in mind. I'll focus on a few practical features so you can see why Web of Science should be included into your research workflow. If you had the next 10 or 15 minutes to find the most relevant and credible articles on your research topic, where would you go? Some people might start with a quick search on Google Scholar, but while that has a very wide scope of content, you're going to get a lot of stuff that you probably don't want. A lot of people will turn to PubMed, and that's actually great. It's a great resource for you. You're going to get a lot of high quality articles in there. But what is hard to see there is what impact those articles have had. Which of these articles are considered seminal in the field? Which recent articles are getting a lot of citations already? For that, you need a citation database. Here's an overview of what you'll see in this video. There should be links in the video description to jump to certain areas if you want to skip on a certain section or move ahead. I'm going to go over what a citation database is. We'll talk a bit more about Web of Science core collection in particular. I'll do some basic searches in Web of Science and give you a quick tour of just some of the capability. Then I'll do some more practical examples, such as taking what you found in PubMed and doing some citation analysis, as well as using Web of Science to find collaborators in your field of research. So what is a citation database? A traditional literature database indexes bibliographic information like title, abstract, author keywords, etc., and it makes them available for discovery. A citation database does all of that as well, but also indexes the cited references of an article. It then makes those connections to what is being cited. So as new content is added, that citation network continues to grow. Here's a visual. You have an article from Biophysical Journal here in the middle. The papers that this article cites are the cited references here. Looking forward in time, you also have the papers that cite it. And then you also have some articles that don't make a direct connection to the Biophysical Journal paper here. It might not be the exact same subject, but they cite a lot of the same references as this Biophysical Journal article, so they may be of interest. All of those connections are shown in a citation database. One of the other main advantages you have specifically in Web of Science core collection is that we have a rigorous evaluation process. So our goal is not to cover every journal published. You only have so much time to read. Our goal is to make sure that you have the high quality content out there. Every journal, conference proceeding, and book indexed in Web of Science core collection has gone through this evaluation process. And once a journal gets indexed, they have to continue to meet these standards in order to remain indexed. So with Web of Science core collection, being a citation database with a solid journal evaluation process, you can do things like track the development of an idea over time. You can find related research through citation connections. You can also be confident that if you find information in Web of Science core collection, it is part of a high quality journal. Let's head over to Web of Science to see some of this in action. Here we are using this is the landing page here for Web of Science. Right now, this is using the Smart Search. Might be where some of you land. I'm going to switch this over to the Advanced Search here. This is for our fielded searches and more advanced searching. I'm going to do a topic search. So you can see that a topic is title, abstract, and keywords. Let's put in Duane syndrome and run. Over here on the left, you can see we have some quick refines. So do you only want to look at review articles? You can easily do that. Do you want to look at open access? You can click on that and hit refine. You can do some more easy refines, like let's look at the past 5 years. So I'm going to click off these top 5 here and hit refine. So now what we're looking at are Duane syndrome papers published from 2022 to 2026. So now, which of these papers have been cited the most? Here we can click on Sort By and go to Citations Highest first. Okay, here is a study from 2022 here. Looks interesting. You can read the abstract straight from the search results page if you wanted to. Let's say you looked at this, maybe you've gone and read the paper, but now you want to look at what are the papers that cite this paper? So how has this paper influenced more recent studies? Click on the 10 citations to see those more recent papers. You can see there's quite a few in 2025, for instance. Let's go back to the full record. Just a note up here, we have what we call the breadcrumb trail. You don't have to use the browser forward and back buttons. You can jump multiple steps all the way back to the search page if you wanted. I'm just going to go back to the search results page. I'm going to click on the title to get to the full record. Just giving you a tour of Web of Science here. Here we have the basic bibliographic information like authors, journal, we have the abstract, we have address information. This record also exists on Medline, and we can open this up and look at the mesh terms without having to jump to Medline, although we could if we wanted to. Back to the top in the upper right, we have citation network. We've already looked at the 10 articles that cite this one. We could look at the 27 cited references if we wanted to, but I want to focus here on the View Related Records link. This can also be done from the search results page. If I found this article interesting and relevant, I can see other articles that cite the same records. So I'll click on this. Remember, we have 27 cited references here. When I click on that, it's going to show me articles that cite a lot of the same references. You can see this one shares actually 14 of the same cited references as the one that we liked. Okay, so let's say you're already comfortable searching in PubMed. No problem. Let's head over there. Here's a search page for PubMed. Let's say I do a broad search for something like somatic hypermutation. Okay, so I have a few thousand results here, and it's sorted by best match. Okay, so now let's see what we can do to find which of these have had the most impact. So what I'm going to do is click on Save, Selection, All Results, Format, PMID, and that's for PubMed ID. And I'm going to create the file. It's going to download it for me. Okay, so I downloaded it. And then here's what that file looks like. It's just a list of a bunch of PubMed IDs. I'm going to select all and copy. Now let's go back to the Web of Science platform. Our tour was doing Web of Science core collection. To get the most results here, I'm going to change this from core collection to Medline. So Medline is a hosted database on the Web of Science platform, hosted from the National Library of Medicine. Instead of topic, I'm going to drop this down to PubMed ID. And here I can just copy and paste this very large list of PubMed IDs. Don't have to put any ors or anything between them. I'm going to click search. Now, because it's on the Web of Science platform, I'm getting citation data for all of these articles. So here are the most impactful articles. Okay. Here you can see that one of the top cited ones goes all the way back to 2000. This is the third highest cited article here. I'm going to go back to PubMed for a second. So this is class switch recombination and hypermutation. So here's what this article looks like in PubMed. It can be really hard to see on PubMed that this is one of the most highly cited articles related to somatic hypermutation. Even if you go down here to cited by, and you can click see all cited by, that gets you about 1,500 citations, whereas on the Web of Science platform, we're getting almost 2,800. So we can do the same thing where if we wanted to look at more recent articles, which of these published between 2022 and 2026 are the most cited, we can just do a quick refine there, and we see some more recent articles with the most citations. You can also search Medline and Web of Science core collection at the same time using the All Databases tab up here. So Medline will have records that Web of Science core collection won't have, and core collection will have results that Medline won't, especially in regards to related research for other fields that are not covered in Medline. Okay, one last thing you can easily do on Web of Science is the ability to find collaborators. I'm back here in Web of Science core collection. Let's say you were interested in allergic rhinitis in children. So I'm back here. I'm going to search for allergic rhinitis, and we'll do children or adolescent. I want to find a collaborator. Let's pretend I am a Harvard medical student. Okay, so more often than not, you're going to stay within your own institution for a collaborator, right? So let's go down here. We're going to the affiliation section here. We'll open this up. We'll click on See All, and I'll put Harvard. Click the box, click Refine. So now I'm looking at this topic with research from Harvard, but let's look at more recent coverage. So again, I'll just do the last 5 years or so. Okay, so now I've got papers from Harvard published recently in my topic. So one last thing in the Refine panel, I'm going to scroll down to researcher profiles. Here are the people at Harvard who are doing research into my topic. So you can use this tool to find people at your organization or other organizations, if you like, who have recently published in whatever you're interested in. Maybe now you'd like to reach out and see if you have a connection and can start a collaboration. There's plenty more to explore in Web of Science, but you don't have to know a lot about the database to start using it and getting value from it. Thanks for watching.